How's it going, guys? Welcome to another HFD Afl podcast. I'm Chris C. Today we're joined by Johnny G and the King of the North. They all look like small heads at the moment, but what can we do? The internet is pretty bad, but we'll deal with it. As long as we can hear each other, that's all that matters. If you're in the chat and you're brand new, guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and yeah, share us around, guys. How's everyone been? How you been, guys?
Very good, very good.
Very
Good,
good.
mate. Good weekend of
Great
footy.
weekend of footy. I must say, I'm pretty happy with my results. What happened with me, but on the other side, down the box below from me, it looks like a sad Johnny G.
Well, we've had a good run, so all things come to an end sometimes.
Well, yeah, they do. What can you do, man? It was a shock to me that the way you guys lost. It was a real shock. I really thought that after that Western Bulldogs win by 1 point, I just thought, yeah, you guys would turn the corner, and GWS have been playing pretty mediocre. I thought you would have just had them at home, So yeah, it was just disappointing for you guys. Not much for me. My team they just scrapped and got a 1 point win, so I was pretty happy there. But not many highlights for you, Johnny G. Not many highlights.
No. Look, it's the youngest squad in the youngest list in the league, so you're going to expect games like this time to time.
And CG, how'd you go on the weekend, mate? I heard you went to a few games.
Yeah, went to the Hawks in Melbourne. Very good game, and
Okay.
the Melbourne side deserve their number one position on the top of the ladder. They're very professional and just a gun side.
Well, talking about the ladder, I've got the ladder right here. I'll bring it up. So, guys, as the King of the North just said, Melbourne are on top of the ladder, looking really strong. Then you got Brisbane. Brisbane are playing really good footy. Then you got Fremantle. Fremantle beat the Cats at the Cattery. I picked 3-0. I was pretty happy with that. And then you got St Kilda. Even though St Kilda lost, they crept into fourth. So Sydney Swans at fifth. Carlton's in sixth. So they're doing not too badly. Geelong's at 7. And Collingwood is 8. So that rounds out the top 8, guys. And then Richmond is in 9th, so they love that position. Bulldogs are 10th. The Hawks are 11th. Crows are 12th. Port Adelaide moved to 13th, which I'm pretty happy with. Gold Coast 14th. The GWS are 15th. Essendon 16th. 17th is North Melbourne, and of course West Coast Eagles. They're just a rabble at the moment, sitting on the bottom of the ladder. So yeah.
They were second bottom before the round, I think.
They were, and I think North Melbourne kicked a few goals to beat them in
percentage, I think.
So
yeah.
But what we'll do, guys, we'll go through the games, Johnny G, and talk about them, and then really delve into them, and then see how the round 7 went.
Speaking of the West Coast Eagles, we kicked off Friday night at Optus Stadium in the West Coast. They took on Richmond, and this was over by quarter time, lads. They end up losing by 109 points, the West Coast Eagles. So Richmond touched them up big time at home. It used to be a fortress for the West Coast Eagles there, but it's looking nothing but, easy wins for most teams there at the moment.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
Yeah, I know, man. I watched some of that game, and they just look woeful. That West Coast team at home, never seen them play that bad at home. So, it's unfortunate to see such a good side just go down, and they've got good players, eh? So, who knows where?
I mean, to let 165 points at home,
against a Richmond side that is not really, they're not. I mean, the Crows beat Richmond, so they're not.
No Dusty Martin, and their midfield's not the greatest at the moment, Richmond.
No. So are we saying they're easy beats now, the Eagles, or what?
Chris, what do you reckon?
I think you do. Yeah, I think you do have to say that. They won't put up with it for very long, and the Western Australians will be baying for blood. Seeing how I was there for over 10 years and know what the West Coast media is like. So yeah, it's they won't put up for that. So they'll make some big changes probably next week, and try and figure out what to do. But yeah, just smashed them.
Do you reckon they're tanking right now? You reckon they're just let's try and get the wooden spoon this year, or
Maybe. I don't know. They've got some good players. They've got some good players in their team. I reckon like their ruck is really damaged without Nat Nui. That's another big loss. And I don't know, man. They've got a few youngsters playing in there. Yeah,
that Clark, he had a good game, first game for him.
They
But,
just look slow as well. Like they're not fast. They're really slow. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know where they.
They remind me of the Crows when we came last. They remind me of the Crows how we were really getting old and slow.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of that a lot.
So what I do see is a clean out at the end of the year. So there's going to be some like older players up for grabs that could slot into a top 8 side that's there at the moment. So like a Josh Kennedy or a Darling could slot into like a Western Bulldogs or a St Kilda or something like that. You know what I mean? So you just don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I can see a clean out happening there next year.
Josh Kennedy might come to Adelaide. You never know.
Oh, I'd love
I think
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
I would love
I think he hit 500 goals on the weekend, Kennedy.
Yeah, I mean he's a gun.
Did he?
I mean, how many times has he killed you? Has he killed us in the game? You know, like so.
Yeah.
He's a good player. It's unfortunate, but with Richmond, they're just going. I don't know how Richmond are going. They're next week they could lose. I don't know.
Yeah, they're a bit up and down, but they played really well in that game. But
what was the next game, man?
The next game was a pretty good game, very close. It was Geelong versus Fremantle. Another normally a fortress for that, Geelong's home ground. Not many people get wins there, and Fremantle have proven that they're probably a side to mess with this year, getting the 4 points over in Geelong.
Yeah, 100%, man. I actually tipped Freo, so I was probably one
Yes,
of the.
you did, yeah.
I was probably one of the only ones that tipped Freo, and I don't know. I just think they're going really well. Like the youngsters, man, are so good, and it's just gelling.
Yeah.
So got a good midfield.
They've got a good mix, haven't they?
They do have a good mix up forward and down back. I love
very solid
Brayshaw
down
in the middle
back.
as
Very
well.
solid.
So I just think they've started to click. You know what I mean?
They're doing this all without Nat Fight, by the way. So
I don't think Nat Five has to come back. Really,
Yep.
they're playing so good without him. So who do you take out of that team?
They might need. It's probably a good thing.
Who do you take out of that team for Nat Five? You know what I mean? So that Will Brody's doing really well. Is it Will Brody?
Yeah, great pickup, that guy.
Yeah.
And Geelong come for him in the end. So I was watching the last 5 minutes, and they got within 3 at the end. But normally Freo fold in that situation, but they've they hung in there and hung on for the win. But Geelong were definitely coming for him right at the end.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah. Geelong look a bit slower these days. They've got a bit of old timber in there, but I mean, they're always going to come back at home at the end. So no, good on Freo. They're top. They're third on the ladder, and they deserve to be there. So.
Definitely surprise packet for top 4 this year. I didn't think top 4 could be an option for Freo.
I don't think they're going to lose at home, Johnny. I just don't think they can lose at they'd be very hard to beat at home. So that's 11.
Well, this is how you get top 4. You win these type of games, and you win your home games.
That's right.
That's right. You get that top 4 chance. So.
I mean, we'll see when they face like a Melbourne. I'd love to see them face Melbourne, and then see how they go from there. But. Yeah.
It's going to be
really good game. Go Freo. We've got a few Freo supporters.
We're moving along.
I'm friends with.
Hey?
I got a few Freo supporters back in Perth that I'm friends with, so they'll be happy.
Yeah. Is West Coast more? I mean, over in the West, they're more West Coast fan than Freo normally.
Yeah, West Coast has got a bigger supporter.
Yeah. It's very it's very Adelaide, Port Adelaide centric in the media as well. So they talk about, so even though West Coast lost on the weekend, they would be talking more about West Coast than Fremantle on 6 BR. So it's very, very similar to Adelaide radio.
Yeah, it's still a bit biased over here about it, but I think it's starting to even out a little bit with Port and Adelaide. But yeah, a lot more bias goes to the Crows.
Yeah, there's more supporters. I mean, but Freo do have a big. They do have a big.
Because
They do have a big.
Fremantle itself has got
base.
a big town, isn't it, or a big suburb, or what is it?
Oh yeah, the Port of Freo is pretty big. So, it's like Port Adelaide, but not as there's more stuff to do in Freo than there is Port Adelaide. But yeah, it's really nice there. So
south of the river.
South of the river, man. I can't believe I'm saying that on a live podcast.
I know. Imagine that.
Talking about the Crows, they end up getting touched up at home to GWS. GWS has been a bogey side for the Crows for a few years now, and the Crows actually played better in the second half than they did the first half. The game was pretty done and dusted by half time. But for me, lads, it's just the inconsistency of the youngest squad in the league. A lot of learning for the boys, but yeah, GWS actually played their best game of the season, and it was against the Crows for the year. So, yep.
I mean, it was. Can you? I mean, I think you got Carlton this weekend. Can you come back from that? Like, it's a hard game to come back from, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, losing. I mean, what was it? We lost by 59 points in the end, but we were losing by a lot more. The Crows kicked a few in the second half. I think they won the second half in points wise, but. Look, we finished the game strongly, so that always bodes well for next week's game.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, it's just a lot of learning for the boys. You know what I mean? Just not to. I think they got ahead of themselves with the form that they've been in, and they probably rode their luck in a couple of games this year with Port and Bulldogs, obviously. It sort of just unravelled against GWS. So.
I was watching like a passage of play, and the GW, I think it was like third quarter or something, and I don't know, like the GWS were just carving through the Crows players like they were nothing.
Their ball skills were really on point against the Crows this week.
Not just ball skill, just like the hand passes would like go over the Crows, they'll hit a player, and they're away. Like it was just that Kelly
it's
player.
A bit like the old, when GWS were in full flight in their grand final appearance here, they were one of the best teams moving the ball by hand, and they were showing that a bit against the Crows again. So
no, they were awesome, man. So tough game for the Crows. I did tip the Crows. I just thought that they would come out and win, but just wasn't the case. So hopefully for your sake they bounce back next week.
Well, I want them to be competitive. Obviously, that game I can't put down as a competitive game because of the point margin. But look, I'm pretty proud of the Crows so far this year. I'm not expecting finals this year, so just to see there's progress happening is a good enough sign for me. So look, we lost in the end, but kudos to the boys. They keep trying.
Yeah, I'm sure. Look, they're a young side, and you weren't expected to do anything huge.
The only positive I took out of there, like winning the second half by losing that much in the first half and keep going right to the end. That's always a good sign.
Yeah. It just baffles me. Like I know they're a young side, but it just baffles me. Not just like the Crows, but like I've seen it happen before, where that team can play like crazy the one week and play really well, and then it's like the total opposite the week after. It must be a mindset thing. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it happen with Port Adelaide as well. So
I mean, sometimes the start of a game, how GWS come flying out of the blocks, and probably a lot of the Crows players' heads drop from there, and then
they can get away from them a bit quick.
The goals start piling on, and it just all of a sudden it blows out. And
and you know what, footy, the way the ball bounces, there's a lot of luck as well. So if you're having a good day, you're having a good day. If you're having a bad day, can have a really bad day. So, well, we'll see how they go next week, man. And yeah, they're playing in Melbourne, I know, so it's going to be another tough game for them. I think they've got a few tough games coming up. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, after that demolition, what's next?
We can get a little special commentary here from Chris. It was the Melbourne versus Hawthorn game. Now, I watched this game and Hawthorn actually made a game of it. I thought they had half a chance here, and they ended up losing by 10 points. But Chris, you can fill us in a bit more about the atmosphere there.
Yeah, so there was close on 40,000 at the game. Hawthorn started really well, so they led in the first quarter, and they led at the end of the first quarter. They were leading, so it was a really good sign. And but you could just see, and both sides were pretty even in the first quarter. But coming out in the second quarter, Melbourne sort of hit their straps. They've got some really big and fast players, and they just move around the ground so well. Richmond got themselves into a bit of trouble from just handling mistakes and drop balls, and Melbourne were just taking advantage of that those mistakes really, really well. So the biggest thing that I noticed was that Melbourne, they kicked out of their own 50, and they'd had 5-6 players down in the goal square. Like, they just run fast to get down to the other end, and they've just got so many options to pass to. And they just managed to just outnumber Hawthorn as the game went on. But yeah, Hawthorn hung in there. Hawthorn's young, they're coming up, so I thought they did really well. And in the end, it was, like you said, it was a 10-point victory. But Hawthorn didn't disgrace themselves at all against the top side. So yeah, it was a great game, really.
Yeah, kudos to Melbourne. I think Sam Mitchell has really got them playing well.
I think so.
He looks like a decent coach. So
yeah,
and they haven't changed. They haven't changed their style too much either. So they've still kept that Hawthorn style of play as well. So they still try and run it. They still try and get it down quickly, and they still try and play that. So it's just those young players that have got to get the experience and the confidence, and they'll be back.
Yeah, I thought the Hawks are playing really well under Mitchell, and you've seen it like against Geelong when they beat Geelong on that Melbourne on that Easter. I think it was Easter Monday. So yeah, they're a good side, man. They're just a bit young. Like there's a lot of players in there that only played like a handful of games. So they're going to be a weapon of a team in a few years. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that Kaczynski's a good player.
That's right. If they can keep some of those old forwards fit up the front, like Gunston and
Bruce and stuff,
and if they can keep them for another couple of years.
And they're relying on those couple of guys as well. There's only 2 or 3 or 4 of the experienced guys
for a couple of years.
Yep.
And develop these youngsters, then you can see them like push to the top 4, for sure. So in a couple of years,
sure.
But definitely good signs for the Hawks. But Melbourne are just like the way I look at Melbourne is like they just do the bare minimum to not get injured or anything like that, and they just coast. They just know how to coast.
Yep. That's exactly what they did. So the thing that I noticed with Melbourne was they don't panic. They're very calm and methodical about how they get around the field as well, and they just like have confidence in each other to just know where to hand pass the ball, kick the ball. There was no panic at all by Melbourne. They're very, very calm side and very big side too. So it helps.
Yeah, that's how I would love my team to play. But like every every supporter will want their team to play on Melbourne.
You got to get them big players, Chris.
Tell me about it.
But if you're a Melbourne supporter, I mean, you'd be loving it, man. You'd be
very happy.
Yeah, they got an all-round squad.
Yeah, they're looking good for another premiership. So
yeah, definitely the team to beat.
Definitely.
Well, moving along, lads. You guys did a watch along for this. I heard it was a very scrappy affair. I saw the last few minutes of this game because I've seen it on the scoreline. I see it was getting really close. And Port win by 1 point, kick 5 goals for the match and win a game. I've never seen that before.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
But you guys can tell me more about it.
Well, for me to sing the song on the live, and to make Johnny G get upset, it was great. It was worth it.
Yeah.
No, it was good fun. The watch along was good fun. I had the King of the North came over at half time and helped me out because it was one of those games where it's hard to watch. It was just I don't know, Northern Queensland. I just don't think we should be playing footy up there, especially this time of year. It was so
What was
slippery.
wrong? Was it just slippery?
Oh,
Okay.
so it was like the ground was wet.
Yeah, it was raining. It was pouring down all day, and it was just wet.
It
So
wasn't pouring. It wasn't raining then,
just a
but
really
like
scrappy game.
it was just humid. And
That tropical weather sort
yeah,
of.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
don't think.
Okay.
I just don't think the I just don't think it suits AFL like in that kind of weather. So
Mm.
the boys. The bad thing about it is they're going to come home and they'll probably spent in that heat. So I don't know how they're going to perform on Friday night. So depend like they should
Mm.
come back strong, but like it's a tough slog in those conditions. But look, we got the win. It was nail biting. We had a few people in the chat, a few Crow supporters giving me a bit of stick, but um,
yep.
it
Good to
was
see.
just it was one of those games where it could have gone either way. St Kilda had its chances to put us away, and they didn't. Robbie Gray with the clutch goal. I mean, would he be one of the greatest clutch players of all time? I think it would be up there for sure.
You can put him in the same breast as the Suriolis and stuff like that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he
Or that
just knows,
small
like,
forward.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he scored a point, but that's the best point he's ever scored in his life.
Just get it on target. Get it on
Yeah, yeah,
target.
yeah.
That's it.
We the what's it called? Ollie Wines had a good game in the middle with 30 odd possessions. Who was George Jardis went off with a bit of a calf strain, so that's a bit of concern because we need forwards. So, but
Mm.
he went off. But other than that, everyone was pretty healthy. Most of the players played. I think the second half they played a lot better. And yeah, it was a good win, man. Like just win that close one. It was nice. Like you would have experienced that last week, Johnny, when Crows won by 1 point. So it's always good to win by
Yeah,
one
yeah.
point.
Just like euphoria,
But
It's
yeah,
like
guys, if you're in the chat, go check out the watch along when we do win, and we just lose it. So before we begin, Chris.
That's it. And I'll try and get a non-boring, oh, not a boring, but scrappy, non-scrappy
Wait,
game on a watch along if I attend
I have
the next
told you
one.
guys that this is the greatest footy story ever told is being played out right now in front of your eyes. You do realize
hey, you could be telling the truth. So
Could
that?
be come back from 0-5,
Yeah,
and
you
you
never
never
know.
know.
But
Yeah,
Chris Beach in the chat says, "How are you, lads?" He's a Carlton supporter, so I think we'd be talking about Carlton next. But
go
but
Carlton.
yeah, the Saints, yeah, they're still a good team, but like, yeah, I don't know. They don't look convincing like a top four side. Like they they've got their weaknesses. You know what I mean? Where when you play Melbourne, I
mm,
don't see any weaknesses. They've got a few.
mm.
So you can beat them, but yeah, you got to be on your game. They're good. That Max King, I mean, he could have won in the game. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
and the way he jumps,
conditions
man.
maybe. Yeah,
But yeah, someone was saying, oh, he's the next Buddy Franklin. Look, I don't think he's the next Buddy Franklin, but
Yeah, that was a bit
yeah.
that's a bit over the
Yeah,
top,
I was
I
really
think.
impressed with Sam Hayes in the ruck. He did pretty well against Paddy Ryder, even though did lose the hitouts.
Yep.
He competed well against him, and yeah, I think
hard game.
it was a hard game for the
Hard.
rucks, yeah,
Yeah,
and for the forwards. Like it wasn't a full forward game, but man, Ben King was still grabbing him. He's a good player. He's a good player, Ben King. Sorry,
yeah,
not
yeah.
Ben King,
You
Max
know, I've
King.
seen a lot of clips of him. Yeah, he's going to be a good forward for them for a long time.
Yeah,
So
and also Aliyah played well for us in the back line, just
it's a
intercepting
big
everything.
difference
Very
for
good.
you, that player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
big difference.
massive intercepting everything,
Mm,
man. So. Huge
Yep.
difference, man, having him there. You don't have him there, it's we struggle. So,
mm,
but
yeah.
nah, good win,
Hmm.
and it was good to do the watch along. I love doing watch alongs, guys. So
Yep. No,
I
they're
think we're going to
good.
do
Good
another
fun.
one this Friday night for the Bulldogs and Port. So
Beauty.
stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Well, yeah, good for Port Adelaide. They have 2 on the bounce. It's good.
Yeah, next week we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like we're on the roll, so we'll see what happens. Greatest story ever told. We'll see.
On a 1 point roll.
1 point
There we
roll.
go.
well, moving along, lads. Carlton versus North Melbourne. This game was pretty close by half time, but yeah, the Blues end up kicking away and winning by a cool 50 points. North started losing a bit of their head in that game and started giving away a lot of free kicks, which cost them, a lot of 50-meter penalties and ball. Given they had an opportunity to kick a goal once and they just got a bit violent and turned it over, and Carlton went the other end and scored. So they lost their temper. Yeah, but North Melbourne, the same old, lose again, and the Blues are on the up. So
Well, yeah, like
Yeah.
you go, Chris.
Big difference with the new coach, the former Port Adelaide coach. So yeah, they've definitely got a good style about them, Carlton, and it's just gelling. It's just going to be gelling, I think. But yeah, I've watched three of their games this year so far, and they're doing okay. They could be easily top 8 this year if they the way they're going. So yeah, North are just the same old North, aren't they? So yeah.
Paddy Cripps is looking really good at the moment. Back to his best.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's look, I was actually like looking at the scores because I was watching the Port game. I was actually a bit concerned for Carlton. I was looking at the scores and going, what? And it was pretty close. So I thought Carlton would have like just annihilated North Melbourne. So North Melbourne on a good day can probably get you. You got to be careful. Got to be on your game.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Paddy Cripps is I think what best career best form you'd say.
Yeah,
Would you say
definitely.
that?
Yep.
So we'll see. I'm not convinced on Carlton yet. I'm not convinced
They got a couple good key forwards too.
They do.
Carlton.
They do. I just don't not fully convinced on them yet. But for where we thought they would be now, you'd be pretty happy if you're a Carlton supporter. So
Yeah, they got a good shot for like
sure.
Chris said. There'll be a good chance for top 8 this year, I believe. So
yeah, I don't know if they're top 4 material yet, but
no.
they can definitely make top 8 if they keep going. But I don't know, like teams like Melbourne and I reckon Freo will touch them up. I reckon at the moment, but we'll see what happens. But North.
Yeah.
I know they play well against Freo, so that'd be a
Have
good
they
game to
played Freo
see.
yet?
So.
No, they haven't.
No.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with Carlton. It was good that they won, but North Melbourne, as we said, we knew they were going to struggle. I didn't think they would be that competitive, but as I said before, like you catch them on a good day, they can get you. So you got to be careful. They're not.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as bad. I don't think they're as bad as West Coast. They're nowhere near as bad as West Coast. So
They haven't got like the good key defenders, Kangaroos, and even their forwards. They've got Larkey that they're trying to build a forward line around, but they stick Zeeble from back, and now he's forward. And
yeah.
I don't know how they've gotten in a position where they don't really have any good key defenders or key forwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so.
Oh, they're still building. Zakal says, "Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Johnny G. Hi, and King of the North. How are you guys? Zakal, how you going, buddy?
G'day.
And then we got Chris Beach says it was a great win for my boys. He's talking about Carlton. First half, North pushed us, but once the second half started, that was it for North. That said, North have had the wood on us recently, so it was good to break the streak. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
like I said, it was competitive first half, and then North just lost their heads, and Carlton ran all over them. So.
Oh, there you go. All right, well, good. That's awesome for you, mate. You got the Crows this week, so it's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Moving along, that rounds up the Saturday games. So we move on to Sunday. We've got Collingwood versus Gold Coast. I didn't watch this game, lads. I think it was 15-point winners, no, 25-point winners to Collingwood. So travelling okay. Collingwood seeming, not many people tipped them to be in the 8 this year.
Yeah.
And I believe they're 8th, are they? Or
Well, I actually watched. Yeah, they're 8th. Yeah, they're 8th. I actually watched this game, and Collingwood were just that bit better.
yeah.
Gold Coast were coming, man. They would not leave Collingwood alone. Like Collingwood had to work hard for that win. So I
It
was
seems like Gold Coast are working really hard to
They
not
are.
ever get a win.
And that took
They do, don't they? Every
Yeah,
year.
it's just
but took Miller. He's a gun, man. I was watching him. He scores goals from anywhere. Like
yeah. I've actually heard commentators talk about
Oh.
him. He was just a superstar in that game.
I haven't really like paid much attention to him when I was watching him against Collingwood, and he is a gun. Like he could be like one of the best players in the AFL if he keeps going the way he's going. He's awesome to watch.
For the better team, it could be a Brownlow chance.
100%. Look, Gold Coast are not bad, man. They're not a bad side. They're just not. I don't know. They're just lacking like maybe a little something small, man. But yeah, Ben King going down has hurt them as well. So
yeah, that's Max King's brother.
Max
Isn't it?
brother, yeah, him getting injured it was a bad loss. But man, they're playing well. They didn't win because Collingwood were just too good, like at the end. But yeah, man, it was they wouldn't let them go though. Like it was, yeah, Collingwood just had that extra class, That's all. But yeah, good signs for Gold Coast. I'm not saying, but they just can't break free. Like it's like they've got something holding them back. They just want to just explode. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sort of been in this sort of bubble for a while now.
Yeah.
And Collingwood are still keeping a couple of those big name players out as well. They haven't brought in the forward again this week. So they've still got him to come back when he gets back in a little bit more better form. So
Mason Cox.
Mason Cox, yeah.
And Grundy's also
And
out.
Grundy's out as well. So they went. So they didn't have Grundy. So Collingwood did all right without Grundy. So
the Dacos brothers always good, and Cripps is taking another level.
And what's his name?
So it's
my check in the forward line is good.
Yeah, he turned it on, didn't he? So 5 goals.
He marks everything, man. Like so.
Yeah, very good mark overhead. Yeah.
So he's a good player, man. So once he gets firing, they're hard to stop. But yeah, Collingwood. Yeah, I think 8th is really where they should be right now. They're not the best team, but they're not the worst team. But they did get beat by West Coast, which I don't understand.
That was a shock. Very shocked.
It was.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving along. The Bulldogs finally got their season back on track with a 32-point win over Essendon. I mean, this was sort of competitive until the last quarter. I mean, Essendon, I'm not sure where they're at this year. I think they're definitely a bottom half team. And the Bulldogs, they needed to win that game. If they didn't win this game, I think curtains for them for the season if they couldn't beat Essendon. So, but they got the 4 points, and hopefully they can build on that. And for Essendon, I think it's I don't know where they go from here. Maybe a rebuild or So I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Essendon look like they're in trouble. They do. Hard to hard.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of Essendon games this year, and they just go through the motions. They haven't really got too much going on anywhere on the field. So it's all fairly average right across the field. So it'll be. They haven't got any key players at either end, so it's going to be difficult.
I watched them against the Crows, the Bombers, and I watched them against Collingwood, and they played all right, man. Like a team that could win.
They did. I was at the Crows game as well, so they went all right that game. But Don't know. It's just they're
So
just not consistent.
has Tip and Woody been out for the season? I haven't not
Yeah.
seen him.
Oh, not for the season. I think he's coming back, but it's a big loss.
He's a real X factor for them, and yeah,
He
him
is.
not in the squad.
Massive X factor. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Bulldogs. We got the Bulldogs this week, so they're yeah. Well, I just don't know how to gauge the Bulldogs at the moment. Do not know.
Yeah, they're a bit. You know, you tip them against Essendon, with a bit of confidence, but you put them up against a top 8 side, any of those top 8 sides at the moment, you're going to really think twice about tipping the Bulldogs, I'd say. So.
Well, even against Port this week, I think they're still not guaranteed to win. So,
well, Port sort of turned a corner here. So
the only thing wrong, the only thing with that Port game is like they've gone from it was the hot conditions. If they've recovered, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no Bulldogs. Yeah, it's hard to gauge where they are. It's hard to gauge, but
yeah,
we'll
probably
see.
one of the best games they played this year.
Yeah, yeah. So,
but it's against Essendon, so that's hard to.
Do you know what's really pissing me off though? Like McRae's my captain in my Supercoach, and he's not performing. He's not performing. Really upset. Really upsetting.
You better sack him and get
No, I'm
another.
not going to sack
Get
him.
another
I'll
one.
just get someone else. But like, yeah, he was.
You should have put Gord as your captain.
Yeah, well, it was too late. I got cheated. Man. Wayne was well.
I beat for Hard FC. So that's
Wayne put his captain was like someone else, and then he changed it to he put the vice captain as he changed the vice captain.
Yeah.
And like the vice captain was gone, and his captain went on the bench, and then Gorn got all the points. I was like, oh.
He did the loophole.
Loophole, man, and that's how he got me. You gotta be careful with Wayno. You gotta be careful.
He's the team to beat, huh? Well, look, to round off the last game, it was a pretty good game in Sydney. Sydney versus Brisbane, and yeah, Brisbane shown that the class that they have throughout that squad. They won by 24 points, and I think they led majority of the game. So good on the Brisbane Lions.
Yeah, I tipped the Brisbane Lions.
And Sydney are not a bad side either.
Yeah,
so,
very good win. Very good win.
I tipped the Brisbane Lions, and I just thought, I don't know. Everyone else tipped the Swans. I was like, nah, I'm gonna get Brisbane. I think they've got what it takes. I think you were gonna pick whoever I didn't pick. Is that right, Johnny? You remember?
Yeah, that's right.
I just think, yeah.
So where are you putting the lines on the table?
Well, KP's tipped them for the flag this year before the season started.
Okay.
KP's gone for the flag. I've got them. I've got them up there. They might be the only team that can challenge.
Yep.
Brisbane, I think.
Yeah,
but
looking like it at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, but I still don't think. I think the way I look at it, I look at Melbourne as like full on daylight, and then the rest they're like just daylights ahead of everyone. So even Brisbane, I reckon. So, but I think they're the team that can maybe do it on their good day. I don't know. At the moment,
even Danaher went off injured in this game too, and still didn't matter in the end.
No. So no, Brisbane are going pretty well. They're gonna be hard to beat at the Gabba. So to get a win at the SCG is massive. They haven't won there for like 7 seasons or something. So massive.
Wow.
Well,
yeah.
That's
So
pretty good.
Sydney, I think, are still a good team, man. They're not going to go anywhere. They just play the top. They just play the top 2 side. They're going to make finals, so don't have to worry about Sydney. But yeah.
Yeah, Franklin kicked 6 goals that match, so he's still got it.
Oh, Franklin's a gun.
Yep.
So. But yeah, guys. Well, that rounds out the round. I'll bring up the footy tipping and see how. I'll show you how bad Johnny G's actually going. So, but
there we go. Can't rub it in too much. His team lost on the weekend,
here
so
are the footy
give him a break.
tips. You see that KP and Jimmy T got 5 out of 9, and then Johnny G got 4 out of 9. Now, me, they should have gone with my tips. I've got 8 out of 9. I had a good win. I had a really good win, and yeah,
8 out of 9.
And this is the leaderboard, guys. So. I'm sitting at 45 points. Jimmy T is 42. Franklin is 38. Alot is 37. And then Johnny G is 31. So, yeah, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 1 KP sitting at 37, and Johnny G's at 33 points. So yeah,
Terrible.
terrible, Johnny G. What's going on?
Oh, I'm losing it, I'm just losing it.
Oh, you know what? If you want, I'll tip tonight, right? I'll do this for you. I'll because I'm winning. I'll tip tonight, and you don't have to tip until Thursday if you don't want to. So then you know all the teams. I'll go blind if you want.
No. I'll tip with you, man. I don't mind.
You don't mind? All right. Well, I gave you that, But before we start tipping and going through the next round,
You don't need to give him a handicap, Chris. It's
I was
okay.
going to give him the handicap. I was going to give him the handicap he wanted.
He's going to come back. He's going to come back like Port. He's going to come with a thunder at the end. So
what do I lose? What do I have to? What do I have to give up? Or what do I have to lose?
If it's like a chili challenge or like a food challenge or something.
Okay, I'm prepared to do a chili challenge, so that's okay.
Sweet.
So.
All right. So before we go on to the next round, I'll just show the Supercoach ladder, guys, and the results. Well, I'll show the results first.
Mm.
So
I haven't checked the Supercoach ladder, actually.
So as you see, Bollywood FC had a loss. He actually lost against Alia Crom. Bit of a big loss, 2-2-20 to 2-1-7-3. So yeah, Jimmy, the father Jim, is struggling there. I had a big loss against Wayne's World. He cheated. Nah, I'm just but he used that loophole and he got me. And Luna Terra beat Hfd FC. Johnny, you did really well. You actually smashed him. And what's KP doing? Oh, KP. Oh, he lost. So to
KP is the West Coast of the league.
I think the West Coast of the league is Team Adelaide. Team Adelaide's.
Team Adelaide.
Team Adelaide.
But I've actually got the what's it called? I've got the ladder here, guys. So Wayne's World sitting top of the ladder. You got Alia second on the ladder. So
yeah, good on Alia.
Luna Terra. You're a fifth, man. Johnny, doing well.
Back in the 8, boys. Back in the 8.
I'm struggling, guys. I'm like
Well
I'm 14th. So
oh my god,
yeah, I'm struggling.
You've never been good at Supercoach, man.
I know, man. I'm struggling, But then Bollywood FC's at 9th. So and
where's
KP 16th. So
Oh wow. Winless, mind you. He hasn't won a game.
You know what game I'm really looking forward to is Sled Gods versus Team Adelaide. That's going to be a cracker game. So
okay.
That's going to be a cracker game. Oh, and the next round, I've got the next round here, guys, to see who you're playing. So I'm playing Slinkies. I'm projected to beat them, but I was projected to beat Wayne's World last week and it didn't happen. Luna Terra, you got Kamaki, another guy called John. That's going to be a close game, man.
Oh.
Their projections are pretty close.
Kamaki.
KP's playing Hfd FC. Could be his first win. I might help. I might help
Fahad.
KP out. I might have to give Hfd FC a bit of a hand. So.
Well, Fahad had like 4 zeros against me.
And then Bollywood FC is facing Alot FC. So interesting. Oh, Wayne's World's facing Alia, so that's going to be an interesting one as well.
Ooh, top of the table clash.
Yeah. So I just can't wait to play Team Adelaide, just like to get some points, I just can't wait to get that, But hey, guys, if you're in the chat, brand new to our channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Thanks for coming in. We love you.
Few comments in the chat there, Chris.
Before we do start the round, let's bless this with Father Jim. Guys, have you seen Father Jim? 1-800. Where's Father Jim? No one knows where he is. He's somewhere in this world. If you guys know where he is, give us a blessing.
Give us a blessing.
All right, Mr. Johnny.
All right.
Let's go for the next round 8. Round 8 already. Jeez. Can't believe it.
It just seems to go quick. Every year it just seems to go quicker and quicker. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we're up to round 8 already, lads. There's 2 Friday night games. Again, I don't know why they're trying this out this year. So Yeah, but you know,
2 Friday
footy's
night
footy.
games. Jeez.
But the first one kicks off at 7 p.m. at Adelaide Oval between Port and the Bulldogs. Obviously, the team news isn't in or out. So,
Yep.
yeah, both teams coming off a win. Chris, what do you reckon, man?
I reckon I'm gonna stick with my team, man. I think we're as I said before, we're writing the greatest story ever told. So even though I am worried about them coming back from, a place like they did and just slugged it out in a really hot place, I really think that Port will do it. I think it's our time to. It's revenge. After that prelim, revenge. So we're coming for the Bulldogs, and I think Port to win, but in a close one for sure.
Chris, go forget your tips while you're here. So, who do you reckon?
Yeah, I'll stick with Port as well. I'll go for the win for them at home, and I think they did enough under the circumstances to and I'm thinking about the game, last week's game before, and they played really well, so they should be able to put that back together again for at home.
It all happened
So
in that
Port for
second
me.
half against Carlton. That's when it all started.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go to Bulldogs. I think the Bulldogs coming off a win might have some confidence, and hopefully the Port boys are a bit tired from that sluggish fest in
I just have to laugh.
Queensland.
I just have to laugh at that pick, man. All right. So sorry about that.
What's coming up?
Johnny G. Johnny G would never learn. Anyway, good luck with that tip.
So,
man.
yeah,
Good luck. Good luck.
Bulldogs. Bulldogs for me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next Friday night game, Freo versus North Melbourne in Fremantle. I mean, geez, tough pass for North Melbourne to go over there and get some points.
Really is. Yeah.
Oh man.
Chris C. I don't think it's an easy tip here, but you might surprise me.
Yeah, can't go past Freo at home. I did say before I don't see them even losing a game there. So,
yeah,
Freo for me, man. They're going to be too strong for North Melbourne. Way too strong. So,
Chris Goff, what do you reckon?
Yeah, they'll get close on 60,000 at Optus. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of carnage, I think, on Friday night.
Yeah, I think so too. I think easy Freo by 10 goals here. So Fremantle for me.
If North Melbourne do miraculously win, it'll be
It'll be probably the biggest upset for quite a while, really.
So I think Freo
would be.
I think this next game, lads, first game on Saturday, is a tough game to pick. We got Richmond versus Collingwood at the MCG.
Oh man, not one of these tough games again.
So look, Richmond coming off a big win over at the West. Obviously travelling back sometimes affects the team coming back from West Coast. Collingwood seem to play pretty well at the MCG. Yeah, this game will be 50-50 in my eyes, but what do you reckon, Chris C?
No Grundy, and is then Curvis playing?
Wow, it's Monday, so no one knows.
You wouldn't know this. So yeah,
like total blindness right now. I think Jimmy T and Kerry are going to get the best options here.
I reckon I'm going to go Collingwood only because they haven't travelled and they played really well against Gold Coast, and I just think they can beat Richmond. I think Richmond are not as good as everyone thinks they are. West Coast was really bad, so I'm gonna go Pies. I think Pies.
Pies?
Yeah, I'll go Pies.
Chris Goff, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I was at this game last year, and they'll get a really big crowd. Collingwood are going well. Richmond are coming off a win against a really bad side, so I think it'll be fairly even all the way through. But I think Collingwood will get them at the end. Yeah,
I think it will be a very even match, and I'm going to have to go Richmond just because it's against Chris C. So
Oh.
Richmond for me.
You did that last week, man. What happened?
Yeah, well, look where I am. I can't stop now. So, moving along to the SCG. Well, they played 2 games in a row, Sydney at the SCG. That's
2 games?
unfair, isn't it? Yeah, well, they got Sydney versus Gold Coast in the SCG. That wasn't the last game in the SCG.
It was. They're getting 2.
Yeah, so 2 in a row.
Oh, I feel for
Yeah.
Gold Coast, because this is another game that they probably won't win. So
Yeah, tough game for Gold
I
Coast,
know,
definitely.
there's always tough games for them. I'd love to see the Gold Coast win. I'd love, but I just can't see them winning. So unfortunately, I think Sydney for the chocolates. But I would not. You know what? I would not be surprised if Gold Coast really give it to them. It is a small ground there.
I think they might be competitive. They'll be competitive, I reckon.
Yeah, I
Gold
reckon.
Coast for sure.
I think so. So if Sydney are not on their game, yeah, definitely Gold Coast. But no, I have to go Sydney. I have to go Swans.
All right, Chris Goff, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Sydney will be too strong for them. I think there's a little bit too much class in Sydney. Suns are going okay, but I think at home Sydney will get the chocolates as well.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with the panel, lads. Sydney all round 3. So, yeah, Sydney for me.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving on to, this is a tough game to call. We've got GWS versus Geelong at, is that Canberra? Manuka Oval? Was that in Sydney?
Is it Monica Oval?
Yeah, is that you say it? Monica?
Yeah, that's in
I'm
Canberra.
not sure. Yeah.
Canberra. So I don't.
Who they're playing?
What is GWS trying to? GWS versus Geelong.
Yeah.
Geelong.
So obviously GWS hitting up the Crow, Geelong just losing up the Fremantle. So
Yeah. Who?
I think if GWS lost against the Crows, it would have been an easier pick here. But
They play well.
GWS look really good.
They play well at Canberra. So
What do you reckon, Chris C? Tough game?
tough game to pick. Geelong will be out for blood because they did lose a close one last week at home. But I just don't think, looking at the way GWS played, oh man, I don't know. This is a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Yeah, not especially if you don't know.
No, I don't think there's any suspension around Toby Green and
Manuka Oval. Thank you, Chris Beach, for that.
Man, what wait,
It's,
King of
Canberra
the
Raiders.
North, what are you going for? I want to know what King of the North says first.
I'm going to stick with the winning GWS, and being a Sydney boy, I'll stick with them. So let's go. The Giants for the win down there.
I'm gonna go. I reckon Johnny G would have gone Giants, but I'm gonna go Geelong so he doesn't pick the same as me. Because I feel sorry for him.
So Geelong?
I'll go Geelong.
All right, GWS for me.
You would have gone GWS, I reckon.
I was going to go Geelong if you went GWS.
Yeah, I know, but what were you thinking though? What's your real thinking? Do you think GWS?
I think it's a 50-50 game. I honestly think this game can go heads or tails here. So same with a few games this week. So yeah,
I'll go Cats. You go GWS.
Okay. All right, moving along. Marvel Stadium, we got the Bombers versus Hawthorn. Obviously, Hawthorn been showing a lot of form this year. I know they're not in the top 8, but they're playing some good football. And Essendon, just don't know where they're at. You'd say the Hawks would be favourites here. It's a Bombers home match, so I don't know if that makes any difference. But Chris C, what do you reckon? The Bombers versus Hawks at Marvel.
I got to go the Hawks. Can't put my faith in the Bombers at the moment. So the Hawks are not a bad side. As you said before, Sam Mitchell's got them playing really well. More of an attacking game. So I just think the Hawks will be too good for the Bombers.
Yeah, Chris Goff.
I think I might go to this one. Go across the road and pop in and what couple of hours on Saturday night. I'm going to go. I'm
I
going to
can see your background, man. I can see Marvel Stadium from here.
Yeah, it's just like
Wow.
you're teasing us, man.
Teasing us, Chris.
That's right. I'm just looking out the window at the moment, looking at the Marvel signs. So I think I might just go across the road. So yeah, that should be okay. But no, I think I'll go the Hawks. They played well enough against Melbourne to show that they've got enough skills to get over Essendon for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look, the obvious pick here is Hawthorn, but I reckon Bombers have a slight chance, and I'm going to go with a slight chance. So the Bombers for me, lads.
Oh my gosh, that deserves a laugh, mate. That deserves
He's
a laugh.
He's going out on a limb for sure.
That deserves a laugh.
See,
it's all or nothing, Johnny G, isn't it?
All right.
Well, this next game, lads, we'll take a brave man to pick West Coast here. We got at the Gabba, Brisbane versus West Coast. I mean, if West Coast win this game, my God, I think that would be the biggest upset I've seen in my life, honestly.
Brisbane versus West Coast
would
at the Gabba.
Yeah.
Far out.
At the Gabba.
Dude, how bad? I mean, if you're a West Coast supporter and you saw the fixture after that game against Richmond, you would be in the fetal. You would just be in the fetal position, wouldn't you?
You would.
This could be embarrassing for West Coast if they. This could be embarrassing. But Chris C, what do you reckon?
It's gonna get pretty ugly at the Gabba on. Is it Saturday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to get pretty ugly on Saturday night for the Eagles, and I just think Brisbane are actually going to demolish. Like you thought Richmond demolished them, this is going to be like next level.
Yeah, this is going to be nuts.
I think this could actually they can fire the coach from this. So
yeah, I don't know. Chrissy, what do you reckon, mate? It's tough man to pick West Coast here, but.
No, definitely Brisbane.
Yeah, definitely
Lions. Yeah, 3 Lions. I'm not that crazy to pick West Coast. It's Brisbane over for me.
You have picked
all 3 Brisbane.
You did pick West Coast one week, and
I picked them last
week. Yeah, you did.
I picked them last week. Because Richmond's up and down, and West Coast. I feel like West Coast had the bounce back last week if they're gonna. You know what I mean? But that's why I think they're tanking. I think they're just a garbage team right now. So,
Chris,
I think that's the last time I'm going to pick West Coast.
Chris Beach in the chat is saying Sportsbet's offering $15 for West Coast and Brisbane. So that says it all, really.
Put your house on it.
There should be paying more money for West Coast to win than $15.
It should be 100 to 1.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well. MCG action, Melbourne versus St Kilda. I think there's a loss at some point coming to Melbourne. I'm not going to say it's St Kilda, obviously, but one day this year Melbourne's going to slip up, and could this be the game against St Kilda in the MCG? Chris, what do you reckon?
Yeah, can't go past Melbourne, man. I know they're going to slip up, but it's going to be hard to know when they're going to slip up. I just don't think coming back from that kind of footy game they had St Kilda to take on a team like Melbourne, we're going to see back-to-back losses for St Kilda, and Melbourne will take the chocolates. Before we say anything else, Dale was in the chat and he says, "Nah, West Coast for the GF win." So there you go.
Nice.
There we go. Yep. Keep hope going.
Dale was actually in the Supercoach. He's doing quite well. He used to be a bit of a cellar dweller, and now he's like, forget it. He's
the rumors going around that someone else is controlling Dale's team.
No, I've actually seen him. He's like really dedicated to his team. So, but yeah, there's been a few jokes going around that someone else is doing his team, but he's not. He's actually doing it. But yeah, he's doing well. He's doing really well for his team. So I think he had a win on the weekend. So
his team to beat Dale.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to playing him. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Johnny G, what do you reckon, Melbourne or?
No, Chris hasn't said it. So Chris, what do you?
King of the North.
I think the MCG they just did it so they did it so calmly last weekend. So I think they'll just do that again and just go through the motions and knock over St Kilda pretty easily.
Yep. Oh man.
Come on, man. You
Yeah,
can't.
brave.
I'm sure you're not going to go against. Is the laugh going to come out again, or
They're coming back from the 70-degree heat.
I
Johnny G,
know. I thought, geez,
Johnny? Before you decide, Dale saying, "Watch out for the Dagwood Dales." Pity your league is full of high scorers. Wow, I can spell. So, what he's saying is, a few years ago, if he was scoring the way he's scoring now, he would have won the league.
Okay.
That's what he's.
There you go.
That's what he's trying to say. So come on, Johnny G. Let's see. Are we going to start laughing again, or are you going to actually pick the team that is going to win?
Look, Melbourne have won, I think, is it 14 games on the bounce now? Or 17 games? They're on some sort of record right now.
They are. The records are
Yep.
meant to be broken, aren't they?
Yes, and that's exactly right, boys. Records are meant to be broken. Saints for the win this week. Put me down as
Oh
a
my
Saint.
god!
no.
I'm
There we
gonna
go.
laugh at that one. Gotta laugh. Gotta laugh at that. Gotta laugh at that one. Gotta laugh at that. Oh, geez. I gotta put this one up too. Ready?
Le who? The her.
Oh no! What's wrong?
All right, to
Johnny G.
round it off, lad.
I can't believe you just did that.
Round it off. We got the 4:10 game on Sunday. We got Carlton versus the Crows. Look, before you say anything, the Crows play always good against Carlton, always. So over to you, Chris.
Ah man. You know what? Sorry, Chris Beach. I know you want me to go Carlton, but I just think the Crows are going to be filthy about what happened last week, and they're going to play. They're going to come out like fire, and I think they're going to really shock Carlton. And I think Carlton are in for some hurt. So I'm going the Crows, even though I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but that's what I think.
It's in Melbourne, you know
I
that,
do
right?
know that, but it doesn't matter. Is it at Marvel Stadium?
Yeah.
No, Crows. Crows are fast, man.
Chris
They'll be
Goff.
too fast for them.
Chris Goff.
I might go to this one as well. You never know. I might be able to get another ticket for this
Hey,
one.
the
This would be a
bubble's
good
right
game.
behind us, right there.
That's right. Yeah. So I might duck across the road on Sunday afternoon as well. But geez, I'm thinking the Crows might come back and get an upset. So I'm going to go the Crows as well.
Geez, you guys have shocked me here. I thought I'd be the only Crow picking my Crows.
Does it deserve a laugh, Johnny G, or not?
Oh, well, these two will definitely pick Carlton.
Does it deserve a laugh?
Yeah, Crows for me, lads. And I hope Chris Goff is not a Jim Sana and the curse at the Crows.
That's true.
Yeah, man, he's the curse. Never go to
I am the
a
curse,
football match
yeah.
with Father Jim and eat a hot dog. It's all over.
Oh my god.
That's right. And I was at the last Crows game at Marvel as well, and they lost. So maybe I am the curse.
Yeah.
So.
Please, watch it. Watch it from your couch.
Chris
That's right,
Beach in the
exactly.
chat just wrote, yes, I don't know what it is about us playing the SA sides. It's getting interesting when we face the Port of the Crows. I am expecting the Crows to come out swinging, to be honest, but let's see how it goes. You know what?
Yeah, I mean, Carlton will be favourites for sure, but it'll be a good game,
Sure.
and I reckon Crows will be
You know
up
what?
for it, I reckon.
If one of you guys is free that day, I don't know if anyone's free, but you probably won't be, Johnny, but
No, I'll be working at 5:30 that day, I
I
believe.
might do a watch along for that game.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Well, if I don't go to the
I
game,
might
Chris
do a
will do the
watch
watch
along for that
along.
game. Just, I mean,
What's
I'm not
what's
a
the
neutral
word?
supporter. I'll probably be barracking for
Why
Carlton.
are you a neutral supporter? You're Port fans. There's no neutral
Well, no,
supporters.
I'm not neutral. I'm just a neutral supporter as a game supporter. You know what I mean? Take it easy, man. Take it easy.
Yeah.
We might do one. We'll see how we go. No guarantees, but
Yeah.
we've got to
Yeah.
get you set up, Johnny G, to do some watch-alongs. You'll absolutely love it. It's good fun. So, and I reckon Chris Beach.
I do like a watch along. I've done it with the soccer,
Yeah.
and I want to do it with the footy. So because I do get very passionate with my Crow boys, and
man.
and I do get a bit moody, and I do get a bit sweary. So I don't...
Well, talking about watch-alongs, we might do one on Friday night if I don't go to the game. So if I'm not going to the game, guys, I'm going to do a watch-along for sure. So just...
Yeah, that'd be a good game. Port and Bulldogs, I reckon, to be a cracker.
So guys,
Yep.
put your notification bell on. And if we do one, you will get notified of that. Great show, guys. We went through a lot. We had a bit of a laugh.
So good to have Chris Goff, man. It was great to have you on as well.
Thanks for the invite. It was
what,
good
Chris,
to come along.
You know what King of the North looks like? It looks like he's like from a news centre somewhere. Like, you know, he's broadcasting from like the AFL 360. You know.
Yeah, it's very
right.
AFL 360 like, isn't it?
He's from the studio.
I got the Channel 7 studio behind me, so yeah, I'm just down at the docks, broadcasting live.
From Marvel Stadium. It is the King of the North.
Yeah.
That's right,
guys. Guys, before I do go, I just want everyone to know that we do have HFD merch. We've got hats. We've got mugs. We've got the best mug in the world. The Have You Seen Father Jim? 1-800 Where's Father Jim mug. Great for having a coffee in the morning. We've got a Stay Hunky jumper, like a hoodie, a few other hoodies, t-shirts, you name it, guys. hfdmerch.myspreadshop.com.au. Go check it out. It helps us out if you buy it. And yeah, it'll be good to see more people wearing the merch. I want to see you guys wearing the merch one day, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Want to get a hoodie.
Winter's coming, so yeah, we'll definitely be getting into that.
So, I got a t-shirt, but I'm getting a hoodie soon. I
definitely want to get one of those mugs, man, and just see Jimmy T's face every day.
That's right. Yeah.
I just want to wake up in the morning.
Where dreams are made.
Want to wake up in the morning and see Jimmy's face.
Right. And before we do go, let's just bless this podcast. Have you seen Father Jim? 1-800 Where is Father Jim? If you've seen him, give him a call. That number 1-800 Where is Father Jim?
I'm assuming you're just putting a screen up.
Yes, I am.
Because I still can't see.
It's a bit delayed, Johnny G.
It's a bit delayed, but it's coming, man. It's coming. But no, it's going to be an interesting round. And as I said, guys, doing the watch-alongs, come along, watch along. King of the North might come and join me for that Crows game. And we'll go from there, guys. I might even get Jimmy T. I might get the Father Jim if we can find him. If we can find the curse, Father Jim, to come and watch the Crows game, that'll be great. So, guys, if you find Father Jim, let us know.
Special guest. Yep.
So if I'm free for a quarter or two for the Port game and I just want to jump on, is that possible?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
We did it the other night.
Yeah, I just did the second half last time.
Basically,
yeah.
I was doing the first half, and then it was a bit depressing, so I brought in the King of the North to liven up the place.
Chris sends me a message and goes, "Do you want to jump on the podcast?" And I went, "Yep, no worries," and just away we went in the second half. So yeah.
if Bulldogs are winning, I'll jump on and I'll cast with you.
Oh my god, that'll be bad. That'll be really bad, guys. Oh man! All right, before we go, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe to our channel, guys. It's free; doesn't cost anything to subscribe. So make sure hit that bell for Well, I forget there is a subscribe thing again. I'm gonna do it twice because I'm crazy, but yeah, guys. Well, thanks for coming, guys. Good to have you both on the show together. We'll be back next week for another podcast.
Thanks for
watch-alongs. Oh, and KP and Johnny might be doing a show. I'm not sure either tomorrow night or the night after. I'm not sure. But Johnny, do you know anything about that or any word?
Yeah, sometime this week maybe doing a United show. I'm not, I'm very disappointed in my team at the moment, so it's going to be a sad show, I reckon. So it's just the norm of all the teams I support, just struggling.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we haven't seen KP in the chat tonight. Who knows where he is, but maybe he's still eating pizza. So
Yeah, movie night, I think.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming. Remember, stay hunky, and we'll see you on the next one, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Take care. See you later.
See ya.
Peace.
Peace.